Kenyans have described him as the best president the country has ever had, not only after his demise, but even before. Every time his name would pop up on social media platforms, Kenyans would blow praises on him and reminds on his tenure as Kenya's third president. This is President Mwai Kibaki. His effort to steer Kenya's economic prosperity high, introduction of free primary education and infrastructural development won the hearts of many Kenyans. He was a commercial president whose sense of humor was admired by many.
Viwanda vijengwe kote katika Kenya na sio tu katika miji mikubwa ya Kenya vile Nairobi na Mombasa.
I have no reason but to appeal to you. Please, do not yield to the field of drinking. I say this not because I don't drink, no, I do. If you just hang around and don't register, you are useless. No, true, you can't be useful. You can't be any use because you are not participating in the development of Kenya. I appeal to all political leaders and their supporters to engage in peaceful campaigns. Let us all remember that Kenya's collective destiny is far more important than the interest of any individual person or group. Hakuna haja mtu yeyote awe ni nani au nani kujaribu kutuharibia nchi. Hakuna mtu ataweza hiyo. Wananchi wa Kenya wamejitoa na wako tayari, na hakuna mtu ambaye ni yeyote ambaye ataweza kuleta fujo katika nchi ya Kenya.
The former president was born on November 15th, 1931 in Gatoyene village, Othaya, Nyeri County. He attended Makerere University in 1955 in Uganda and London School of Economics in 1959. He then worked as a teacher before becoming active in Kenya's struggle for independence from Great Britain. After Kenya became independent in 1963, he won a seat in the National Assembly as member of Kenyan African Union KANU Party. Kibaki was later appointed as a Minister of Finance in 1969 and was later promoted to Vice President post, which he served between 1982 to 1988. As a Deputy President, Kibaki found himself at loggerheads with President Daniel Arap Moi, who then headed KANU. In 1991, Kibaki resigned his membership in KANU to form a Democratic Party and served as an opposition member of parliament from 1992 to 2002. He unsuccessfully vied for a presidency in 1992 and 1997 and ended up serving as a leader of official opposition in parliament from 1998 to 2002. In the 2002 presidential election, Kibaki tried for the third time. He slacked for top seat on a National Rainbow Coalition NAC, which he helped create. The multi-party alliance nominated him as a presidential candidate to run against President Moi's preferred successor, the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. It is at that time that NAC routed the ruling KANU at parliamentary election and at presidential level, which he dominated Kenya since the country's independence. As President Kibaki pledged to eliminate government corruption that had ruined the country's economy and had resulted in the withdrawal of foreign aid. Although he established anti-corruption courts, his attempt to pass an anti-corruption bill were largely unsuccessful. In 2003, legislature voted themselves large raises, which they said would discourage bribe-taking. In preparation for December 2007 election, Kibaki formed a new coalition the Party of National Union, PNU, which surprisingly included KANU. Several candidates stood in presidential election, which was one of the closest in Kenya's history, and boosted a record high voters turnout. After a delay in the release of final election result, Kibaki was declared the winner, narrowly defeating Raila Odinga of Orange Democratic Movement, ODM. Odinga immediately disputed the outcome, and international observers questioned the validity of final result. Widespread protesters ensued throughout the country and degenerated in horrific act of violence involving some of Kenya's many ethnic groups. On February 28, 2008, Kibaki and Odinga signed up a power-sharing plan brokered by former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan and Jakaya Kikwete, the former president of Tanzania and chairman of African Union. The plan called for the formation of coalition government between PNU and ODM and the creation of several new positions, which Kibaki to remain the president and Odinga to hold the newly created post of prime minister. Despite the agreement, however, conflict persisted over the distribution of posts. After several, the coalition was often fraught with tension. A new constitution finally materialized during Kibaki's second term, designed to address the sources of ethnic and political tension that had fueled the violence that followed the December 2007 election. The new constitution feared a decentralization of power and was supported by both Kibaki and Odinga. It was approved by voters in a referendum, and Kibaki signed it into a law on August 27, 2010. Barred by the constitution from holding a third term as president, Kibaki stepped down at the end of his term in April 2013. He was succeeded by former President Uhuru Kenyatta, who defeated Odinga in 2013 presidential polls.
Na hakuna mtu ambaye ni yeyote ambaye ataweza kuleta fujo katika nchi ya Kenya.
Wanjiku Njeri, ALTV.